What's going on, everybody? I want to do a quick comparison for everyone and what you get for the money and the price point of the overall watch when you're going for that actual Rolex and Submariner look. Alright, so this here is an OLED. This is a quartz movement. Alright, we won't break down the quartz versus the mechanical versus automatics and all of that stuff in this video. We got more content coming. But for the specific details, you do get the stainless steel bracelet. This is not going to be like actual full press stainless steel. This is going to be the lighter, halfway done, I would like to call it. You got the OLED actual bracelet there, and it is a push class. To me, for the price point, I think you get a lot of actual class for the money because it's actually very simple and it's on and off. Alright, but the quality of the bracelet is very poor. Alright, you can see that the links here actually are moving and they're loose. So how long will this $50 watch actually last? Not long. I would not say long, especially if you're wearing it on the daily. Alright, this is not a actual screw down crown. This is a push to pull crown, and the bezel itself does work. Alright, it does. It's a nice smooth bezel if you like to just kind of spin stuff. Cool. Alright, but if not, if you're looking for a tool purpose, it is a little finicky because you can see that it's loose. So yes, it's smooth, but it's loose. Alright, $50 to $75. They do have automatic movements. Like I said, you can spend a little bit more on, but we went with the quartz version just for the simple look of that Submariner look. Alright, let's get into the next price point of the watch and do some more comparisons. Oh, and we have the famous Invitica. Alright, some people live by this watch, some people cannot stand the brand itself. I guess it's going to be one of those two things. Either you love it or you hate it. To me, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of Invitica because I'm not into the actual brand itself so much of me having their watches. But me getting this watch in hand, I can tell you one thing. This is a overall better quality watch than the watch that we just had in my hand. And for a $15 to $20 price difference, because this is the actual quartz movement as well, so you can get into the automatics, this gives you a lot better bang for your buck. As you see, the bracelet itself is not as loose, and I feel like you can get a lot more wear out of this watch for your money. Alright, so for $55, $75, whatever this was, I can't remember. I've been buying a lot of watches for you guys to do reviews on, and I'm losing track. The class here is a double class, but I don't like the way that it functions. It's a little tight, like almost like gummy, like it just sticks. Versus I just feel like I don't know. The class to me on the other one was better. I would take that even though this is more secure. Alright, the bezel overall on this watch does look better, and it actually does function a lot smoother. For the money, I would definitely say that the Invicta has already taken the place of the first one that we've looked at, just for the price point and what you're getting. Solid case back, stainless steel. This is the actual polished links. Alright, so let's get into the next one. This one actually is a new one to me. Alright, very new. Let's go ahead and close this clasp here so we're not dragging down on that. Alright, so this one is new. I actually found this very interesting just because of the quality that it looked like you were getting, and all of the actual riffraff online said Orient is a good brand. I'm not gonna lie to you, this one is actually pretty sweet. Alright, as you see, we do have a screw down crown on this one, which is actually pretty unique for the price point. What I did notice is that the date is slightly off right there. I don't know if that was from me on the unboxing video messing with that or what, but we're gonna figure out that. But alright, dial more, I guess you get a lot more quality for your money. Price point on this It's retailing for, I believe, $505, but I actually was able to find this on sale for around $275. So overall, yes, you did jump the price point of about $200, maybe 200, yeah, about $200, but you also, you know, get a lot more watch for your money. So overall, I think that Orient killed it out of the park because it has that brushed look, stainless steel overall finish, crown is screwed down, and it's also protected by the lugs. The dial to me on this one popped more than the actual all black. All black was cool, but I got a lot of black dial watches and I wanted something that was a little different if I decided to keep this one in the collection, right? And like I said, you do get the day and the date. But let's go ahead and jump into the next brand and see what price point we're going to land in for that and overall quality that you get in that price point / brand. Alright, so we now have the Seiko. Alright, this Seiko model is the Seiko 5 Sports model, and you have it in the actual full forest green color and also with the rose gold hour marker / hand dial, hands for your telling time. Alright, as you see, you do get the date and the date in this watch here, and this one is also going to be in the stainless steel. Alright, 42 millimeter, and the last watch that we did was the actual 41. I apologize if I did not say that. So all of these watches are dancing anywhere between 40 and 41 millimeter. This one here is going to be the 42 millimeter. Alright, this is going to be the biggest one. So stainless steel, like I said, the bezel itself is beautifully done by Seiko. In-house movements. All of the other brands that you see are, they're not as known for what Seiko is known for. Seiko has done a lot for the industry, so we're just going to leave it there. We're not getting into all of that for this video. That's for another video. But this is a open case back, so double safety clasp. So you pop this here, and then you got the two pushers here. You can pop that open. Beautiful option within the actual watch itself. Like I said, you can actually get this baby down and go diving with all of these watches outside of the first watch. I wouldn't recommend that with that $50 watch, just for safety purposes if you want to keep it for longevity. The bracelet on the Seiko to me is going to be a lot tighter than most brands, at least for this actual model here. Not all Seiko watches are going to be as tight, but this one to me I feel like found its sweet spot, and they give you a lot of bang for the buck. And this one is roughly about $325 retail price. So after taxes, you're going to be roughly about $350, $360, something in that area. But I do believe that you can find these watches roughly for around $275, $280, maybe $290 plus tax, right? And this is actually a newer model. But let me know in the comment section, is this something that would be a good counterfeit or counterpart, if you want to say, to your collection, if you're looking for that Submariner look but you don't want to spend the actual money, or just don't feel like the actual money is worth it on the Submariner, and you're looking for that look but just the quality watch. Honest, this is a good one. I like it. Now we're going to do a quick wrist check. Yes, I do have on the Rolex Sky Dweller, and we're going to quickly get into the next watch. This watch here is the actual Rolex itself, the iconic Rolex itself. Everyone is looking to actually mimic this look, and as you can see, it just has a different effect. Overall, I believe that the watch itself is more just elegant within the way that it's designed, the way that it looks, and how it functions. So you do have a smoother bezel. I mean, clearly it's Rolex, right? This thing just catches every single click and it's just smooth as butter. Alright, you don't have any functions to where you can start twisting and turning that dial and messing things up. And yes, of course, you get the famous screw down crown. That's also going to be protected by the lugs here. 41 millimeter on this one here, because this is the reference number 124060. Let me know in the actual comments. Are you a fan of this reference of the actual Submariner, or are you into the other Submariners themselves, and why? Right? Other sizes, whether it's the 40 millimeter or ceramic, non-ceramic. All right. This one here is going to have, of course, just a lot higher finish to it with the actual way that the bracelet is done, brush finish. All right. As you see, we do have a actual clasp here. That's extra. So you get this safety here, and then that on there, which perfectly works. But then if you need it to, and if you're in a situation, you can pop that out and you can just easily adjust that bracelet to be able to maneuver or handle a situation if you couldn't necessarily, let's say, take the watch off. Let's just say that. Alright, so pop that out. Boom. Push that back in one more. I almost pretty know exactly where my fit is for the watch. But yeah, so overall, I do believe that you get what you're going to get for your money. Rolex is going to be Rolex. Yes. I'm not going to say that you should spend money on this if you don't and can't afford it. But going for just the look, you do have other options. If you're going for the look and the feel, there's no other option. Alright, I promise you that. This here is the best option. When you want it, go get it. They're out there to get, whether it's through your AD, through your gray market dealers. I'm literally in the process of just building relationships up with everyone, for myself and for you. You know, I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and say like, oh, this is, no, because I actually do love watches. I have a passion for watches, and I believe that Rolex is the, you know, in front of the actual race when it comes to making and creating the market for what it is. High quality watches once were tools, now are sought after by even some of the richest people on the planet. Alright, I do like the Rolex itself. Maybe I'm biased because I have a Rolex. You let me know. We're going to quickly go ahead and put all of these watches on, just so that you can see them up close in comparison to the actual Rolex and how it looks. So let's start off with the actual OLED. I'm going to throw that on, clasp, and boom. So as you see, I would have to definitely take out a few links. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Any watch can need, or need a couple links to take a few links out. How you have to take it out, that's a whole nother story. But alright, so let me know in the comment section, what do you think in the comparison? Does this $50 watch sit anywhere near or close to the look of what you're going for and price point compared to the others? So this is the first one, $50. This is going to be the Invitica. Alright, I'm going to take this tight clasp off. This is, I guess it's getting a little looser. It did get a little looser. Let me not. Okay, so I do like the fact that it is double protected. I just don't like how tight that is. So this is the Invitica. I do notice the weight difference, all right, instantly, and like I said, just the quality and links is definitely heavier. All right, same actual quartz. Like I said, you can go automatic movement, so you'll be spending a little bit more money. But overall, let me know in the comment section. Sometimes, see how I said that's so tight, just a little too tight. It's smoother, but it's a little bit too tight in the sense of how they did it. But it's okay. It's all right. This is going to be under $100. So this can definitely last you a lot longer, especially for the simple fact you can actually get this watch wet in the water. You know, going swimming. You're not going to be going, 1,000 feet or anything like that, but you could definitely get in the swimming pool, even if you wanted to go out diving, right? You can definitely go a few meters under. We'll say that. All right, next, the first time I've ever held an Orient, and I'm actually impressed. We have the double clasp here, and then the double pushers, so that way you get the extra, secure bracelet. This one to me actually is it's kind of catching my attention, just due to the fact of what they were able to do for the price point. This feels a lot more comfortable on the wrist, not as heavy as the actual Invitica, but not as light as that OLED. So it's like right in the middle. The bracelet to me sits a lot more nicer on the wrist, also with the lugs and just overall, right? So the bezel, as of course you know, is beautiful. It rotates a lot smoother than the last two that we've seen. And I mean, for the price point of retailing $500 and you can get this for $275, $250 maybe, $275. I think this is a win. Overall, literally, this is a win. You can't go wrong with it. This is actual sapphire crystal, so you're getting a lot more for your actual watch and your actual money within the watch. All right, and this is, guess what, actual a screw down crown. So the last two that we showed were all push to pull, and this is actually screw down. So screw down is meaning you can actually unscrew the, you have to unscrew the crown, right, in order for you to function the watch. So I'm gonna unscrew, and now I'm gonna pull. So that pull there, now I can actually, boom. Now I can actually function the watch itself. So I can fix the time, the hands, and then if you go in one more, that's how you're gonna manually automatically wind the watch. And then there should be one more to do the dates and the date. There we go. There we go. So today is Wednesday. Like I said, this is my first time actually even dealing with the watch. So I'm trying to learn it as I go. And we're going to learn it together. And today is the 26th. So hopefully you can see this detail of me just changing the date of me, like I said, manually doing it. And then now you just push this crown back in. You push, give it a little pressure. And with these gloves, it's going to be a little hard. But yeah, so you would then push and then push in. The gloves is a little bit tougher, alright? But overall, like I said, Orient made a crazy, crazy good watch. Crazy good watch. Let me know in the comment section, is this something that you would consider putting in your collection? If you have an Orient, what models do you have? Why do you have that model? Because I'm actually starting to consider maybe putting one of these or two in the collection myself, depending on the dials and just different models that they have. I think I found a good quality brand right here for the money. Let me know in the comment section. Orient. $250, $275. They got different models, of course. And then you have the famous Seiko. You can never, just listen to that. You can never go wrong with Seiko. Seiko to me is, excuse me. Seiko to me is just more of a leader in the industry when it comes to watches. Yes, certain looks that they have may be like generic, or you know, they didn't create the actual look itself, but the movements. Without Seiko, there wouldn't be a lot of actual watch companies or brands out here, I believe. So as you see, you do get the double clasp. You do get the double push on both sides, so you get a secure bracelet, stainless steel. To me, the bracelet is actually a very nice quality bracelet, considering that Seiko, sometimes you can get a very, very poor bracelet within a watch. It is slightly looser here than I would prefer. But it's just me nitpicking, alright? That's literally me nitpicking, because this is a very, very good watch on the wrist. Boom. And it just feels amazing. It sits good. Like I said, let me know in the comment section which one sits the best. Which one handles the situation for everyday watch and or just, going diving, right? I'm going to take this off and we're going to put that Rolex on one more time. But for the sake of that beautiful dial, let's take a look at that Seiko. Open case back, stainless steel. This one is an actual 10 bar, so you can actually still go diving if you need to or like to in this. Seiko 5. Nice sporty look, right? And then you have the iconic, beautiful Rolex Submariner 124060. And it's just, to me, it's just, I don't know, the best watch that you can actually get your hands on when it comes to the simplicity and elegant side of it. I went with the no date, which is technically the OG Submariner. Alright, as you see, you do have a double class system here, so you pop this, pop that, beautiful. And to me, it just works, right? Rolex knew exactly what to do within the watch and how it functioned. Crown, screw down, the bezel is just amazing. Like I said, I personally believe, regardless of what model you go with, you'll never get this feel or look overall, but for the money, you can get close to it, right? So if I had to pick one, it would probably be the Orient. If we're going comparison closeness and price point, the Orient would be first, just because of certain reasons. I'm not gonna give you all full details exactly right now because that's for another video, but we'll give you a few, and that's just the actual feel of the watch, the look of the watch, the fact that you got sapphire crystal on both watches. You also have screw down crowns on both. Most of the actual watches that try to look like a Submariner don't have that stainless or brush finish. Now, no, this is not the same stainless steel as you can see, but they did go with that look and that actual brush finish, with getting a nice bezel. Like I said, this bezel is actually to me, it found the medium balance of trying to imitate this versus all of the other ones were either too tight, too loose. You can spin them backwards. You see, there's no movement on that. That is amazing. That's amazing. Alright? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. Or would you think that it would be the actual Invicta? Alright? Some people look at the Invicta and say, hey, this is the look-alike Submariner. Granted, you can definitely go get the few dollars more. That's a little more expensive. And get a better overall look, I believe, but I don't know because I've never, like I said, I've never owned an Invicta outside of this one here today. So online, I definitely see some that have that brush finish. So I'm pretty sure you can get your hands on just the overall better Invicta that has a better, closer look to this. A few more dollars, but like I said, for $75, under $100, if that's where your price point is that somewhere where you're comfortable with being. And then you got the Seiko, right? Not the same black dial, but there is, similar things that they're trying to do here, right? And overall, I do believe I love the Seiko. But if you're going for that Rolex, you can just tell the difference of how this sits in the hand or on my hand, and then this one here, how much higher it is, how much chunkier. It's a difference. And if I can give you the example for just the feel, this is going to sit a lot smoother and just more overall balance on the wrist. This has a good feel, and it is balanced, but it's not as balanced. There's a difference, right? Is it a $10,000 difference? That's for you to find out, or for you to tell me in the comment section. My job here is just to strictly try to give you a little bit of detail before you go out and spend the money without knowing at least a few things. And this is of course the $50 watch. We're going to compare it to the actual Invicta. See if we can get a little bit more. We're not going to even compare this one to the actual. You know what? Let's compare it to the Rolex. Why not? So, as you see here, you have Rolex and OLED. Definitely a difference. It's funny, if you can hear, I can hear the OLED actually ticking. But that's here nor there. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just do this to show a quick comparison of all of them as best as possible in the hand. And you can see the difference between just the quality of each one. $50. This is going to be actual $250, $275. And then this one I threw on the other end. This is going to be about $75 to $100. Alright. Those are going to be those models. And if we go ahead and, since the Seiko isn't black, we're going to keep that one out. We're going to throw the Rolex right there. So, is it going to actually have that look that you're going for? That's going to be up to you. Is it in your price point? That's going to be up to you. I can just do my best to give you the difference of quality and watches and what you're going to get for your money before you go spend it. And that's really all I want to do here, is just enlighten each other, grow as a community, have fun, and learn more about watches. Make sure you guys and ladies stay tuned, because we're going to have a lot more going for all of these things. And lock in. Alright, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification if you have not, and stay tuned for the next giveaway coming in March. Watch this.
This man went on a 30 minutes